A few weeks ago, as I spoke on the phone with Sarah Smith, I was walking on the campus at Middlebury. She pictured me traveling a familiar path nestled between a beautiful chapel and our library, framed by the green and the Adirondack Mountains. I stopped in the middle of the street to absorb the beauty of the mountains turned purple with the sunset. And it was another one of those, how did I get here moments. I am beyond grateful to realize that I've had many of these moments in my life. The 11-year-old boy who grew up with his grandparents while his mom worked long hours never thought possible that the 22-year-old version of himself would be graduating from a prestigious liberal arts college in Vermont. In fact, not even my grandparents or my mom could imagine it, or pronounce Vermont. They came to the US in search of a better life, but as many immigrant stories go, living in a new, foreign country was difficult. My grandparents and their 9 children toiled night and day, sold noodles out of their Beacon Hill apartment, and ran a struggling deli right down the street in Chinatown. Before she could even consider pursuing a 4-year college education, my mom went to work at my aunt's wholesale produce business, where she stayed for about 30 years. Then I came along, and I held my mom's vision for a better life. She believed in the power of education, and more importantly, in the freedom that would come with it. Yet our dreams were confined to what we knew, the familiar school down the road and the local college across town. But in the waning months of 5th grade, something else happened. We got into Rainier Scholars. And I say we because when a student gains acceptance into the program, the whole family is committed. Rainier Scholars changed what we previously imagined and replaced it with possibilities of something even bigger. The academic boot camp, incredible mentors, and strong support systems gave me the courage to aspire to something even bigger. I once scowled at the idea of going to private school, thinking I would have to wear uniforms, but ended up thriving at university prep. I once had my mom come to a sleepover with my cousins because I was too scared. But I ended up spending a semester away from home by attending the School for Ethics and Global Leadership in Washington, D.C. I once got lost in Canada when I was 4, but I have since lived and studied abroad in both Brazil and Cameroon. All of these experiences have had such a profound impact on who I am today. I distinctly remember my high school semester in DC. I packed Be the Dream, a book that every single scholar who finishes the academic program receives. It's a book of vignettes of alumni from the Prep for Prep program out in New York City. Each story felt like it could be my own story. From the boy searching for his place in the world to the girl about to go to law school, I felt connected to the passages and pathways of people of color across the country. It was around this time that things finally clicked for me. This education was more than about me or even my family. It was about entire communities. From that moment on, I have consciously sought opportunities to develop my abilities to make an impact and to contribute to social change. Leadership experiences throughout my college career have culminated in the first step of my postgraduate life, joining the Venture for America program. Many of you in this room are part of Seattle's vibrant business and entrepreneurial network. You are intimately familiar with the ways in which businesses can shape communities. Your work drives economic growth, fuels life-changing innovations, and provides jobs for thousands of people in Seattle and beyond. Businesses big and small provide necessary services, products, and employment for our city. But we all know that not everyone has access to these opportunities. In the tech world, only 3% of workers are Latino, and only 2% are Black. Entrepreneurship that is inclusive, that creates pathways to these important jobs, and that recognizes the importance of diversity in solving problems is better entrepreneurship for us all. That is why I joined Venture for America, a 2-year entrepreneurial fellowship program that matches recent grads to startups in emerging cities like Detroit, New Orleans, and Baltimore. Our goal is to spark job growth in these cities by sending top talent to grow businesses that will make it happen. I wanted to be a part of a network that seeks to add value to communities while also contributing to real, tangible change. But this desire to become an entrepreneur is a recent development. As a teenager, I naively thought that nonprofits and governments were the only way to achieve social change and that businesses were a barrier to that. But as I've gotten older, I've come to understand how business principles and social entrepreneurialism can not only solve problems in communities, but provide opportunities for people within them. When a business thinks beyond the bottom line, it can become a positive force for social change. As this next chapter in my life begins, I'm eager to learn, grow, and understand how we can make business and entrepreneurship work better for all of us. Rainier Scholars offers a vision of what is possible in an equitable America. And this vision is playing out with so many members of my cohort today. An 11-year-old girl who voraciously read books with me in the academic program is now a research assistant studying Alzheimer's disease at her alma mater of Stanford. The 16-year-old boy with whom I served as a student advisor now works in HR at Amazon. Two 18-year-old women with whom I attended this very luncheon 5 years ago have since graduated from USC and Yale and are now serving as Teach for America Corps members in Richmond, California, and Chicago, Illinois. My peers are applying to med school and law school, working locally, and making an impact in communities across the country. Rainier Scholars is about offering motivated students of color the potential to dream things we never thought possible and empowering us to make them realities. A tangible vision of what's possible when hard work is matched with opportunity and access. Realities that bend our country ever closer to justice. Thank you.